Everyone, this is Dan Mumm with Berkshire Hathaway. Hope you're doing well. This week, I'm going to be discussing a question I get often from sellers, which is how much value does a pool add to a house? This is the perfect time to discuss it because I'm building a pool in my backyard, which is where I am right now. And it's pretty hot here in Vegas in the summertime, so maybe it's a good time to discuss it. So how much value does a pool add? Well, one of the first things they teach you in real estate school is that a pool adds about 10% of the value to a house compared to one without a pool. And this is really oversimplified, not accurate. I can really tell the difference between a seasoned realtor, someone who's experienced, and someone who's not, if they use this and don't know how to make the correct adjustments. So that being said, what are the factors? How do you determine how much value a pool adds? Well, one of the most important factors is the home and the lot conducive to a pool? So if you look back here, you can see there's some extra space around the sides of the pool. It's a pretty deep backyard, it's 50 feet, there's some space on this side. If you have a really small lot and the pool takes up the entire yard and it goes wall to wall and there's no room to walk around the sides, your lot might not be conducive to having a pool, in which case it wouldn't add as much value. Another factor here is the house. I'm gonna show you something. My house is a more modern style house. So you can see there's a lot of windows in the back that look directly out to the pool. Here as well, there's a full, let me make sure I'm getting a full slider there. So that's more conducive. A modern style house with good sight lines to the backyard where you can see the pool from the downstairs, that's going to be much more conducive than, again, a older house where there's no sight lines at all. So that is another factor to pay attention to. So that being said, the most important factor in how much value a pool adds is actually what the market says about that specific area. I'm just gonna grab my phone here so it's not moving as much. Okay, so if you live in an area where there's no houses with pools, you're the only house with a pool, generally that'll be better for you, obviously, supply and demand. People are looking for a house with a pool in that area, they'll be attracted to it. But the caveat to that is, why are there no houses with pools? Again, if you're living in an area where the houses aren't conducive to it, or maybe you're in an entry-level market area where first-time buyers don't want pools or not willing to pay for one, well, that might actually be a problem. That might be more of a negative than a positive. But all things held equal, if you're in a good area where houses are conducive to it and for some reason none of your neighbors built one and you have one, you might really get a bigger value add there because it's more of a commodity, of course. So the last factor, again, really important factor in how much value does a pool add, is, well, what are the finishes and what's the quality of the pool? One of the first ways you can tell a pool's not well done is if the pool equipment is just stuck in the backyard somewhere, clearly visible, and it's not neatly tucked away. It costs a little bit more money to tuck the pool equipment away in a separate area where it's not visible, doesn't make a lot of noise, and that's how you can really tell if a pool's professionally done versus more of an amateur done pool. Another thing to look at are the finishes. So a PebbleTech interior or finish on the inside is much more durable. It'll last 20 years compared to an average just normal plaster finish, which might not last long at all. And there's tons of other things that can be factored into this as well. So that's it. That's how you determine how much value a pool adds. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to contact me. My information's below.